Good evening, guys, and happy Saturday to all of your sunshiny faces. Guys, I'm starting to lose track of the days now. It's just like, it's like Groundhog's Day. Like, every day since my parents have been gone has been basically the same thing. Me and Jack have been kind of doing the same thing. And it was funny too, because I went, oh yeah, yesterday when you weed whacked the backyard, and he was like, wasn't that 2 days ago? And I was like, I think you're right. Like, I don't even know which day was yesterday, or 2 days ago, or 3 days ago. I have no clue. So everybody's coming back tomorrow, and hopefully things go back to feeling like normal. But honestly, up until probably Wednesday, I feel like they're not going to, because like my dad's gonna be home and Matthew will be home on Sunday and Monday. And then on Tuesday, my dad will still be home because he like took off work because it's his birthday, and because they're coming back from vacation, and so like to get back, I guess, into sort of the routine of things as well. So I think my dad took off for like a full week because of that, because he was off. They left on Wednesday, so he's like coming back and then won't be going back to work until Wednesday. So anyways, though, yeah, it feels like we're doing the exact same thing, same day, like, you know, just the last what did I say, 4 days, 5 days, how many days has it been? 3 days. It's kind of been like feeling like the same kind of thing. However, though, me and Jack actually got to a lot more, I feel like, than we did yesterday. I told you guys how yesterday we just kind of like tidied up some of the yard work that we did on, what was that day then? On Thursday. So we just kind of like tidied up the stuff from that. But I did end up washing the hummingbird feeders. I also found that we did have one bag of hummingbird like nectar. It's like the dry powder that you mix in with water. I did have one bag of that, so I ended up making I filled up all the bird feeder, or the hummingbird feeders, which I thought we only had 4. We actually had 5. I went to go and put the one in the front yard and realized that there was one that was in there that we never brought in over the winter. And so I needed to also fill that one up. So I washed all of them and like deep cleaned them, and then ended up like, you know, refilling them as well. So we've got 4 in the backyard and then 1 in the front yard. So, like I was saying, all the hummingbird feeders, they're all filled up, which was something I wanted to do yesterday. I didn't get to that. The other thing, too, that me and Jack ended up doing today, which was also really awesome, was up in the attic. I was telling you guys how with our reno project, we have the, like my dad's attic cubby space. They kind of like, they finished kind of the floor up there, but they never ended up extending the wall. So that's what we're actually going to do. But right now, there's stuff in it that we need to move in order to extend that wall. So what we ended up doing was we had some stuff that was in the way of it, so we ended up moving that into the one spot where we had things before, like the insulation. We had some rolls of insulation that were up in the attic. We ended up moving the stuff that we had that we needed to move out of that space into that spot that we moved the insulation from. So there's still, I think, maybe 2 bins and some other couple loose things on the floor, and then there's the shelf. There's like 2 or 3 like shelving units at different heights, plus a clothing rod that's in there, and the shelving unit also has a clothing rod on it, so that stuff all has to be moved. That's not something me and Jack can do. So as of right now, well, actually, though, my dresses are hanging on one of those like shelves, so I do need to move those and figure out somewhere to put them, which I have no clue where to put them. We'll figure something out. But like, because right now too, Jack doesn't have enough room, and he doesn't have a closet, and he has nowhere to hang his stuff. He actually has all of his extra clothes in a tote right now in his bedroom, which is also my mom's office. And so we're, like I said, guys, living in a little bit of chaos anyway from this whole reno project, and like, we don't have room to just move things temporarily anymore for like moving the stuff out of that area so that we can finish it, because we have like no more room left. The good thing is that we got rid of we had a couch that was out in the garage. We got rid of that, so there's a little bit of room in the garage if we need to move some of that stuff. But like right now, it's supposed to be like 80 degrees. It's a little bit cooler today, like only like, I think, low 70s. It's supposed to be almost 80 degrees tomorrow, so like it's gonna be hot. Some of the stuff that's in the attic, although it doesn't get much cooler in the attic really than the garage, but there is some things that we kind of also don't really want to leave in the garage. So that's a whole nother thing, but we, like I said, running out of space. So me and Jack though did move all that stuff, which took us maybe about like 20 minutes to half an hour, which wasn't too long, but it was really awesome to get that done, so that then again too, when my dad comes back, he can take care of that stuff, get that moved, and we can keep moving on with this project. Because again too, this whole week while they're gone, it's like nothing's getting done. Nothing really got done. I mean, we did a little bit over the weekend, but my dad was sick too, so there was like less that got done. And then again too, now because they're gone until Sunday, where there's going to be again less stuff that gets done for like 2 weeks. So like I said, we wanted to try and do stuff that we could here on our own, me and Jack. So we did that. We also ended up cleaning out the guinea pig cage as well, because me and my mom cleaned it right before they left. But it's kind of like, it's funny, the bedding that we use says that it's good for like 2 weeks, but it honestly does not smell like it lasts for 2 weeks. However, what I noticed is that the guinea pig cage needed a good deep cleaning. So I ended up actually deep cleaning the base, scrubbed it, washed it like with soap and water, and ended up like doing a good once over with it. And like I said, like deep cleaned it. I didn't just kind of like scrape the stuff out and just, you know, dump it. I ended up again doing a really good, like put it in the slop tub, washed it out kind of thing. And then also too, with their bowls, I washed all of their things as well, and just ended up getting it so that like the whole thing's, you know, is clean and everything. And then on top of that too, I was like, well, I'm at it, let's just give the guinea pigs a bath, because the dogs all got a bath when they came back from the vet over the last, was that a couple weeks ago, and then Bliss got hers like last weekend, I think, and then the puppies got theirs like right after their vet appointments. When we brought the guinea pigs, I never ended up giving them a bath, and I was like, honestly, they're a little smelly. They've been in a smelly cage. If we're gonna deep clean the cage, might as well deep clean the guinea pigs. They both got a bath too today as well. So we ended up, and like we took them out, had them have some floor time in their like floor pen, and so we ended up putting them in there just so that they can kind of run around and everything and get them out of their cage, because like they have room in their cage to, you know, kind of run around, but just to give them some more space. So I ended up leaving them in there for a little while, then gave them a bath, then put them back in there for a while so that they could kind of run around and air dry a little bit too. But they are all nice and little fluff balls now, which is super cute. So ended up getting that done. We also too, we cleared off the table because I did another like 2 loads of laundry today, and so I had it, tablecloth was dirty. I ended up washing that and put that on the table, so we ended up clearing off the table of the stuff that was on it. Like the kitchen looks nice and clean too. The only thing is that I don't have enough dishes to do a full load of dishes, but I was going to do that today. I didn't get to it, but again too, it's not that huge of a deal because me and Jack have not been dirtying very much stuff, just the 2 of us. So like I've been able to get by with like not even having to do a load every other day really. And some of the stuff still was stuff that was like left over from when my parents left. Like there was a brownie pan that wasn't clean, so I washed that. And like even to the day before they left on Tuesday, I think it was, I did an egg bake, and so like that's like I washed that a couple days ago, but like it was just extra stuff that was like, you know, I didn't take care of it. It's like I didn't run it in the dishwasher that same night, so there was still some stuff that ended up needing to be, you know, like washed. So like I had accumulated more dishes from that. So now that it's only the stuff me and Jack have been using, like we haven't used enough to run a full load of dishes. So like I said, I ended up doing that today, and the other stuff we ended up getting to as well, which was awesome. You know, like I said, the upstairs stuff and everything. So the only thing that I kind of want to still get to tomorrow that I realized we didn't, or not that we didn't, but like one other thing that I'd like to get to is that we do have like spring seed mix, or like the weed and feed stuff, which we're going to do in the front lawn. And then I'm also going to have Jack like seed the front lawn along with the back lawn. We just don't use any weed and feed in the backyard because of the dogs or anything like that. But I do have like spring, have like the different like steps, like I think it's like 4 steps or whatever for your lawn, the stuff you do in like the fall and spring and summer and whatever. For some weird reason, we've got like 2 or 3 bags of the 4th step, and then I think like a half a bag of the 3rd step, and then we've got 1 full bag, I think maybe the 2nd step, and then just a little bit left of the spring stuff. So I'm actually hoping that maybe we can use that up. And I don't know if we have grass seed, but we always like seed, like, you know, add new grass seed at the beginning of the season as well. But the other thing is too is that the grass, it hasn't rained in a while, and it's been kind of hot. Now it's been cooler for the last couple days, but we're going to probably put the sprinkler outside as well, because the grass is looking a little crispy right now. And so when we do the, like I said, the seed and the weed and feed stuff in the front yard especially, we'll put the sprinkler down so that it gets in there, you know, so it waters all of that, and then also too so it doesn't blow away. So that's what we'll probably do tomorrow. That's like the only extra thing that I was like, oh yeah, this is something that we wanted to get to that we didn't. Other than that, like, I don't really know, again, a whole ton of other stuff that I can really do that I can't like entirely do, like I was telling you guys, like without either my dad's help or my mom. Like also too, like planting the stuff that we have for the vegetable garden bed, I could do the stuff on the one side where we finish tilling. The other side I have to wait till my dad gets home to finish tilling it. And on top of that too, my mom, I have to ask her what she bought, because I probably could figure out everything that she bought. Like I was like, she looks like she bought some beets and like a handful of other things, but I just want to double check with her what some of the stuff is, because she knows what she bought and I don't. And then also too, I don't know if they have the little tags in them. Like I went over there and watered them the other day because it was looking a little dry, I think on Thursday or whatever, when we were doing the outside stuff, so I watered all of it, but like I didn't see any of the little tags, so I'm not sure if I could know what it was for what we need to plant. And so like I said, I could maybe do some of that, but as of right now I'm going to wait until, again, she gets home. Same thing too, like I need to power wash the deck. I can't do that until my dad gets home, because I know how to power wash the deck. I'm like, I've only ever done it. My dad hasn't even like used the power washer. It's just he sets it up for me. I don't know how to set it up. Like I probably could figure it out, but I just don't want to, like, you know, like not have it tight enough or something like that, because when you're dealing with the pressure washer, like you kind of want to make sure that it's done properly. And so again too, like that kind of stuff, I just want to make sure it's all done, like I said, properly. So there's that. And then too, like hanging up our bistro lights, I need my dad to get those out the rafters in the garage, and I can't get that stuff down, and I don't actually know where it is in there, and it'd take me like an hour to dig around trying to find it. So like I said, there's several things that, you know, are like extra things that I just can't, you know, entirely do on my own, that, you know, I kind of need someone's help with, or, you know, guidance, I guess, in some of the stuff that I can't. Like I said, we have to sort of wait. So like that's why too, we like tidied up the kitchen's all nice and clean, like the counters, like since there's no people here literally other than me and Jack, there's no clutter. Nobody's coming home and leaving things on the table, and nobody's coming home and, you know, like, or coming and, you know, from eating whatever and leaving their dishes and, you know, like that kind of stuff. Like we've kept the house so clean. I'm like, wow, I didn't realize how nice and clean a house can stay when there's only 2 people like that are living in it. And even too, with all of the pets, we've still, like, everything has been insanely manageable and clean and like all that kind of stuff. Like we haven't, like, you know, I've washed all the dog's bedding, I've washed the carpets, and well, not the carpets, but like I've washed all the rugs. Like all of the stuff in like the entire like house has been like cleaned, and like because there's less people, and like so I have less laundry that I have to do, so I've been like, okay, yeah, I'll wash that, you know, that carpet or that rug, or, you know, again, whatever. And so it's just like there's, again, more stuff that I've been able to, I guess, get done because there's been less stuff for people to mess up. I feel like that's kind of the thing, like, you know, as soon as you clean something, you turn around and it's a mess again. Like when there's only 2 people in the house, you turn around and it's not a mess again that quickly. So like I said, me and Jack, and like Jack too has been insanely helpful, and like I don't want to say not complaining about it, but just been like very, like, if I'm like, okay, like let's go and get this stuff in the attic done, he's like, okay, yeah, let's go. Like, you know, not like, oh, do we have to, or like, oh, I'm busy. Like it's funny, like I was saying, it's kind of like Groundhog's Day. Like me and Jack were both kind of like, we're getting bored, like, you know, it's not, we kind of keep doing the same thing. And so when there is an opportunity to like, let's go and do this, it's like, yeah, let's go and do this, even if it's cleaning something, or, you know, again, going and doing, you know, some type of yard work or whatever. It's like it gets us up and out and doing something. Whereas, you know, because again, I was telling you guys too, we don't have a car right now. So it's not like we can go up and go and do something, even if it's just like, oh, let's go and get ice cream, or let's go and, you know, go to the grocery store, whatever it is, like something that gets us up and out and doing something. Like we can't even do that right now. So that's why last couple days it has been kind of like Groundhog's Day. But we've been watching a lot of TV. But like I said too, we've been getting so much extra stuff done that we're normally not getting done like on a daily basis, because it's stuff that, like, you know, it's, again too, I don't like trying to keep the table clean because it just gets cluttered up and all this kind of stuff like on a daily basis, and it's not my stuff. So like, I don't know where to put it. I don't know what it, you know, again, what it is or where it goes. And so it's like, we've just managed to, again, like, we're not dirtying anything or cluttering anything up. So like, everything's been staying clean and staying organized and, you know, that kind of stuff. So again, I should maybe probably hopefully have a grocery haul for you guys tomorrow. I did not get to Meijer at all this week because, again too, we didn't have a car, and I should have probably figured out something to have done earlier in the week. Like we could have went maybe Monday or Tuesday, but we didn't. And so like I said, that ended up not working out, but I kind of thought Matthew was going to be home today and we would have been able to go. So I should hopefully, probably, maybe at least have Jewel tomorrow, and we should go to Jewel at some point. That would be the goal, is it to at least do that store. And then I'll see from my dad if he wants to do Tony's and Caputo's then on his own before, like, by Tuesday. So again, and I think I wanted to get to Aldi also, but again, we'll see. I have to figure it out, but I have to kind of wait for everybody to get home to see, like I said, kind of what the schedule is and when things are going to be getting done and like what we're doing with everything, and like I said, that kind of stuff too, because then we're celebrating my dad's birthday, which is on Tuesday, on Monday, on Memorial Day, because that's when Matthew will be home and my parents will be home. So the other, like, I guess kind of not plan, but the reason behind getting a lot of the stuff done too was so that we could enjoy, you know, like spending time together once everybody gets back and everybody's together and celebrate my dad's birthday. But, you know, so we wanted to like have a nice clean backyard where we can kind of like sit down and enjoy, you know, like time outside. And again too, it's supposed to be pretty warm this weekend, so at least tomorrow it's supposed to be like 80, and I think it's supposed to kind of continue in that trend. But like I was saying, you know, just that kind of stuff, and getting things done just so that the house is cleaned and tidied up when everybody gets home, because I know when everybody gets home they're gonna bring suitcases in and leave things and, you know, not unpack. So I'd rather at least, you know, have the house be half clean, so you know, from all of the you know, everybody getting back and stuff like that, at least me and Jack can do our part in keeping everything cleaned up and picked up and all of that, you know, for, like I said, kind of on, you know, celebrating on Monday then. So anyways though, I'm going to take a shower now and get to bed, but I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.